it just doesn't get much better than a night game in the Valley. It was awesome, especially when we do our part as a team to help them. And just a special night. It was a great moment for our team. Saw a little bit of swagger from those guys, which was great to see. Just love the effort, love the toughness. I love their belief, and just their stick-to-itness. Just their resilience. I mean, it's just fun to see. And for those seniors, I tried to find all of them as many as I could right there before we got off the sideline. I'm just so thankful that God had some favor on them tonight to taste a victory in their last ever night game in the Valley. It was a blessing. It was just awesome, and I'm so happy for those guys. I mean, Blake Miller starting his 50th game. I mean, Tyler Venables, Cape Hart, 6-year guys, Walker Parks, Tristan, Big Rye, Adam Randall, Antonio, Cade. I mean, these guys are just warriors, man. And I'm just so happy for them to be able to taste that tonight and to be able to celebrate with them. And I know it hadn't been a great season record-wise, but, man, I don't care what the records are, it don't ever get old to beat the Noles. And it ain't ever easy to beat the Noles, ever. And, my 17 years as the head coach, it's pretty much been us or Florida State. I think Georgia Tech won it my first year, I think in 2009. We got beat in that game. And then Pitt won it a year. And I think outside of that, it's been Clemson and Florida State. So this is a huge game. And again, I don't care what the records are. And I'm just really proud of our team. That was the number one offense in the country coming in here. Really explosive. Really run the football. One of the top 10 rushing offenses, one of the best scoring offenses, scoring 40 points a game. And so I'm really proud of our defense. Season low 10 points, season low rushing for them, season low yards for them, and 6 sacks. We did a lot of good things. The 2 takeaways. We caught a couple breaks too, with some drop balls, which we were really fortunate on. But they just hung in there and they battled. They created we had Jack. I thought Jack Smith's been awesome all year, but he was awesome tonight. He had 3 inside the 20 and a 50-something yarder, but he had a shank, and he really hadn't done that. And the defense goes out there and gets a fumble recovery, and that's really what we haven't done, as much this year. And for Jeremiah to come up with it, Alexander had a fumble recovery and a sack tonight. So to take it away, and then. One of the best plays of the night was Corey Gibson tracking the ball, finding the ball, PBU, and tipping it up in the air for Ricardo to get the interception. So I'm just really proud of how they competed. And then offensively, man, Cade's awesome. I mean, he's just a warrior. Dude is a competitor. It's back-to-back weeks. He's barely been able to practice. This week it was a quad. His ankle was fine, but he couldn't hardly walk all the way till Thursday. And each day I'd be like, he'd take very limited reps. I'd say, Cade, and he'd say, I'll be ready by Saturday. I'll be ready. And Thursday, I said, Cade, he's like, I'll be ready. And he's just unbelievably committed. He's tough as they come, and kid cares so much. And I'm just really proud of him. All those guys, those seniors are amazing. I mean, Antonio, Adam, Blake, Rod, Tristan, all them guys, Walker. I mean, they're just out there grinding and battling. What a great play by Antonio on the flea flicker. That was a heck of a finish on the ball. Great job by Cade to put it up there where he could go up and make a play on it. A couple big 4th downs. And then, I think another thing that some situational football with the way the game was late. You got to be smart, and you feel like you got control of the game and creating some field position, kind of putting them up against it. Worked out for us. So, yes, again, really happy, proud of the team, and if we can find a way to bottle that up, we could have a great finish. But we're just going to enjoy this one tonight, and then we're right back at it tomorrow. Tomorrow we lose a day this week, so. there's been a lot of kind of extra work this week to try to be ready when the team comes in tomorrow at 4. We'll staff obviously before that, but quick turnaround because we'll play Friday night against a good Louisville team. So, but we'll enjoy it for a few hours here and then show back up here ready to go tomorrow. But just proud of our team, and especially for those seniors, and again, really appreciate our fans and just the awesome environment it was.
Coach, fourth down conversion on that opening drive, the completion of Pat Henry, how important was it to get off to such a good start offensively, set the tone?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, offense set the tone, and I told them on Tuesday that when we scored, we were going to go up 2 scores because I felt like we had the 2-point conversion that we could get, and it should have been a walk. I got to watch it on tape. Somebody must have come off the double team because really just, I mean, it was there. So, you know, did a great job. We booked the one guy, and Clay did a good job, and Nolan did a good job. But, you know, that was big because they put us up 2 scores, and then it was 15, and now you're 3 scores in that situation. So then it was 18. So I thought they were kind of chasing that for a little while, but it just set the tone. I mean, the fourth down conversions, again, the 2-point there, just a really, you know, great job. And then the stop on downs, and we had a couple stops on downs. Obviously the 2 takeaways really just kind of fed each other, and so just really happy for them. Just fun to see them celebrate. And again, if we can kind of bottle that up and play some complimentary football, we can have a good finish. Clemson, Florida State. I mean, I've been a part. I mean, since '03, I've been a part of them, and they ain't never easy. And that was a really dangerous football team that we just beat, and we found a way to get it done. I got a lot of respect for Mike and his staff, and they are. That's not a team you get excited about playing when you watch them on tape. So thankful we were able to find a way to get it done, and again, thankful for the environment. And as I said, if we can just kind of bottle that up, that complimentary football, those takeaways, winning that turnover margin, we can have a great finish, and that's all we can focus on. So again, it ain't gonna be easier. Louisville's a really good football team. Beat us last year, going up there on Friday night. That won't be easy, short week, but we'll reload, reset, and we're gonna go give everything we got.
I like seeing Coach V wearing the paw again on the sideline tonight.
Yeah, I looked up and I was like, there's Brent. I gave him a sideline pass. Yeah, I went over and I said, what do you think they're going to call right here on 2nd and 14? He's like, probably a screener draw. It's probably a screener draw, you know. So I love Brent. I had Skowski, you know. Skowski was in my team meeting yesterday, and he's on Brent's staff, and so it was great just to see those guys. And man, I love Brent, and it was awesome for him to be dad and to be able to see T-Bone, you know, block the punt last week. Tyler's just, you talk about one of the best leaders that we've had here, freaking Tyler Venables. This kid loves Clemson. He loves this team. He loves everything about Clemson. And, you know, he's pretty much grown up here. And, you know, for Brent to be able to get back, and Julie, for them to be able to get back and just, you know, be a part of that, it was awesome. And, you know, so, you know, it was good mojo. It was good mojo. We had some good mojo down there. So it was great to see him and pulling for those guys for a strong finish.
You were talking about how it was rocking when they started playing We Will Rock You. Did that remind you of 2009, DeAndre
Yeah.
McDaniel,
Yeah.
intercepting Ponder?
Yeah, it was that the first time they did that? I heard it coming around when we were getting off the bus. I mean, it was just, you know, it was awesome. I mean, it was like I said, there's nothing better than a night game in the Valley. There isn't. And especially, like I said, when we do our part and we came out and offensively set the tone, you know, right out of the gate, and then defensively we go out there and we stop them, and, you know, just thought there was a couple. I wish we could have maybe finished on another touchdown or 2 instead of the field goal, but they're good. They're a good team, and they got a unique scheme. They're a little bit of, you know, kind of a combination of kind of 2 schemes. So coaches did a nice job. How about Braden Jacobs out there? You know, again, as a true freshman out there, just battling and getting better. Peter Woods, another big fourth down. You know, probably need to list him as athlete on the roster now. Just a lot of good things in the game, and again, to see him be rewarded for it was awesome. Especially coming off such a just gut wrencher last week, and to pick themselves up, get back to work. Man, just the fortitude that you have to do that. That's one of the things I told them. You know, I mean, it's hard to get out of bed. You know, when you have a game like that, you can't even really describe the feeling. But as I told them, I would rather know that feeling of just absolute heartbreak and anguish than to never be in this arena. And so, you know, you pick yourself up and you go again. That's what sports teaches. That's what football teaches you. You don't always win. You get back up and you go. And, you know, God's good all the time. It doesn't matter. We hold the trophy or you have a last play loss, and you still got the same decision to make the next day, and that is, you know, get up and go fight again. And these guys have done that, and I'm just really proud of them. And, you know, we just got to find a way to just have the best finish that we can have. And the opportunity's there, but we got to go play well this week. Just show up and do the work. You know, I just stay connected to the good Lord, you know. I mean, that phone you got right there, I guarantee you, you're going to make sure it's plugged in at night, right? We probably all are. I guarantee you none of y'all going to let them phones, wherever, you're going to have a charger when you go somewhere. Every one of y'all, like, y'all going to have a charger. No way you're not going to have your charger for that laptop or your phone, right? Well, you know, it's the same way for us as people. You know, our batteries get low if we don't plug in to the good Lord. You know, and that's the only way I can answer your question. I just try to plug in, and that's how. That's the only way. Just keep my eyes on the good Lord. Continue to believe. Don't quit. Just keep showing up. Just keep doing the work. I know what's real, and I know what's not. Focus on the things that I control, and just, for me, love of the game and love of my players. Just love of the game, love of my players, and just try to keep my joy. That's really what I focus on, and stay away from all the craziness and negativity and noise. Stay connected. You know, God shouldn't be he shouldn't be a resource in our life. He should be the source. And so I just make sure I get plugged in. Just make sure I stay connected and keep my battery charged up, just like we do those phones right there, so that I, you know, and a dead battery can't charge a dead battery, you know. So I make sure that I keep the right people in my life and in my circle that charge me up. And then if I can keep my battery charged, then I can help these young men and the people that I serve at work.